Require a prescription, a doctor's visits, several visits for tuning. It's easy, it's simple, it's comfortable, it's effortless, and it has extraordinary technology that can truly be life-changing. No doubt about it. Mr. Aaron Berger joins us live as the voice of Bose for this hour. Aaron, when you and I launched this, it was a marvel because, quite frankly, folks had never seen anything like it, certainly not at these price points. Hearing aids in the past required a lot of effort, and in many cases could be thousands of dollars. Aaron, tell us about why this is so innovative and why everybody is so excited.
It was and is a marvel. This is the first FDA-cleared direct-to-consumer. That direct-to-consumer is so important. The first FDA-cleared direct-to-consumer hearing aid for adults with perceived mild to moderate hearing impairment. What it means is there's no more roadblocks between you and better hearing. The roadblocks are all gone. You can take control of it tonight. We're going to talk to you about that. Before we get into all these specifics of how the hearing aids work, why they work, the fact that you never have to go to an audiologist or a doctor, you don't need a prescription, that it's all the power's in your own hands now. Before we get there, we have a little simulation that we want to take a look at, or really take a listen to with you. This simulates the difference between the world being heard through impaired ears without hearing aid, and then you'll see through the simulation when we turn the hearing aid on, notice how much better you can hear the waitress's voice, how much more clearly you can hear the television, you can hear the birds when you take a walk. Literally hear the birds. It's not just an expression. Hear the birds when you take a walk. Take a listen to this, and Adam and I will see you on the other side.
Hi, I'm Danielle. Let me tell you about our specials. So tonight, we've got some great new craft beers on tap. There's a pale ale from one of our local brewers. It's very crisp, citrusy, if that's what you're into. And tonight's soup is butternut squash, and that comes with a wood-grilled crostini with eggplant on the side. It's very popular. Also on the menu tonight are spicy chicken wings with a blue cheese sauce, and these would both pair nicely with that pale ale I mentioned. So what can I get for you?
At the end of their long journey, our colony of penguin chicks have reached the ocean. They peer over the edge, waiting for the right moment, anticipating the dangers that await. Until finally, one of them jumps, which inspires the others to follow a clumsy cascade of juvenile penguins falling into the sea.
Hey, honey, do you hear that? It sounds like a pair of cardinals.
Where are they? I hear them, but I don't see them.
Oh, I think they're coming from up there.
You can hear for yourself the Bose difference there. You know, Bose is the company that brings sound to the NFL, for example. All the guys and gals on the sidelines in the NFL, they've got their headsets on. Those are all Bose. If you go to the Sistine Chapel, one of mankind's most beautiful creations, the sound inside the Sistine Chapel is from Bose. If you go to the moon, if you're an astronaut, literally an astronaut, NASA uses Bose devices to communicate with their astronauts. And I mention all of this because it is the top level of hearing. So if you are having some hearing problems, and you might say, well, what do you mean by hearing problems? Let me tell you who this device is for whom this device is designed. Do you, for example, do you know you have mild to moderate hearing loss? If not, do you strain to follow conversations when other people don't, especially in noisy places, in restaurants, at church, in crowds, at receptions? So you kind of have trouble hearing the people that are talking to you because there's so much noise around you. Do you have trouble understanding the TV or trouble understanding movies? Are you always asking, what did he say? Can we rewind it? Can we just turn the captions on? Do people always tell you, you have the TV up too loud? They always ask you to turn the TV on. Just some of those things. This product is designed to help you hear better if those are your issues. Again, hearing in crowds, not being able to hear the television or movies, or of course, if you know already you have mild to moderate hearing loss. And Adam and I are going to walk you through in the next 45 minutes or so the ways in which these hearing aids are different. And that is primarily because you don't need anyone to help you, to prescribe it to you, to tune it for you. It's sort of a do-it-yourself solution that from the minute it gets home, Adam, offers better hearing to adults.
So when Bose launched this, they launched this product really at HSN, QVC, and on Bose's website. So we're proud to be really the only retailers to offer this. Today, not only are we saving money, but we have it on FlexPay. So you take traditional hearing aids, many of which can be many thousands of dollars depending on what you buy, and you say, well, Bose have delivered and developed a new technology that they believe to be better, that is an FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device, and they're doing it for a fraction of the price at $849. Well, today we're gonna be another $50 off, and we've got free shipping. But more important is the FlexPay, because the FlexPay changes everything. To order this today and get it home, it will actually cost you $159.80 plus tax. So all you spend today is $159.80. These are in stock. We ship them right out to you. You spread the cost over the next 5 months, so it's 5 payments of $159.80. So it's affordable, it's easy to do, much easier than the full chunk of change at the beginning. We're proud of that because it makes it more accessible. But the other part to the story is the return policy. HSN is famous for its world famous 30-day, no quibble, money back guarantee. Today with this, they've extended it to 90, so they've tripled it. So 90 days, 3 months. The reason they did that, and I'm thrilled that they did, is because it's a more considered purchase, and when I'm spending this amount of money, I want to be sure. I want to make sure that I really do love this and this is going to work for me. Now remember, you don't have to spend the full amount. Like we said, it can be $159.80 on Flex, but you still have 3 months to decide, is it right for me? If it's not, you send it back and get your money back. If it is right for you, it can change everything. Last thing on pricing is if you have an HSN credit card, or a QVC card or a Zulily card, they're doing VIP financing over 18 months. That means the payment is only $44 and change, and there's no interest on that if you've paid off the balance by the end of it. So that's exciting. I'm excited about that. If you want to apply for an HSN card, you certainly can do. The only difference right now is that it's ending. So Aaron launched this at midnight, and we are kind of, butting up to midnight right now. It's 10 past 11 here on the East Coast. So the offer's about to end. The deal, the opportunity, the today's special is obviously coming to a close in our final presentation. So if you've thought about it, been thinking about it, you've been on the fence about it, listen, you still got all hour yet, but make that decision before midnight to guarantee the amazing value. We start with the name Bose, which inspires a lot of confidence, because Bose is not any old company, it's the company when it comes to sound. It makes sense that they would develop and deliver a brand new style of hearing aid. The materials they've used are extraordinary, the aesthetics, the comfort, the performance, as you would imagine from a company that stakes its reputation on delivering the best, it's the best. Aaron already discussed no doctor's visit, no prescribed hearing aids, regular visits to tune them. Well, I need it a bit more balanced, I need it louder, quieter. Do it all yourself. And they made that easy peasy to do ourselves. So we take control of it, right? It's an emotional situation. I've often discussed many times, and it's one of the dangers that comes with the job, but this thing in my ear it's called an IFB. In England, it's called TalkBack, but it's a voice. It's the producer, it's the director, it's Alison and Mark talking to me. Go over here, Adam, do this, Adam, there's 15 left, Adam, the price is expiring, Adam. But that's been in my ear 5 days a week for 20 years. So my hearing is not what it was, and therefore I can't relate to anybody out there that is struggling with some amount of hearing loss, right? You're in a conversation, you're on the phone, you're watching TV, and maybe things aren't as clear as they used to be, right? That's hard to deal with, but it's one of those things. It's life, and things happen. And what can we do about it? Well, we look for options, we look for solutions. And Aaron, that's what Bose have done. They've looked for a solution and they have developed a product unlike anything we've seen before. That's why the reviews have come back so compelling, so high. That's why the accolades they are receiving in the industry and nationwide are through the roof. This is a new type of hearing aid, and many are saying it's the best available at this price, or quite frankly, any price.
Absolutely. It is a sort of a different way, quite frankly, to try a hearing aid, to use a hearing aid. And to that end, we're about 10, 15 minutes into the hour. A lot of people join us here. I'm going to sort of start at the beginning and reintroduce how this is different. And then, just so you know what's coming up, we're going to play a simulation for you again, so you can sort of hear how these hearing aids help you to hear. And then we're going to get into the app and show you how the app works and all the things you can do. These are the first FDA-cleared direct-to-consumer hearing aids developed for adults 18 years and older with perceived mild to moderate hearing impairment. Paired with the revolutionary Bose Hear app, you can fit, program, and control your hearing aids for clinically proven audiologist quality customization without a doctor's visit, without a prescription, and without a hearing test. You can make setting adjustments in real time and real world environments without assistance from a hearing care professional. The SoundControl hearing aids were developed by a team of Bose scientists, audiologists, and engineers who took decades of expertise to create the first FDA-cleared direct-to-consumer hearing aids. These are meant to improve hearing quality. They do not, people ask, can you stream music or calls with these? No, these do not stream music or calls. These are hearing aids meant to improve your hearing quality. Speech that once sounded mumbled, especially consonant sounds, are clearer now. Voices that sounded softer before, for example, children's voices, are now louder and clearer for you to hear. It's not an exaggeration, I don't think, to say that the Bose hearing aids have really revolutionized hearing aids in that you can now order them yourself, put them in your own ears, use the app to control the treble and the bass and the volume. And if you want the left ear louder or the right ear louder, or if you want what we call everywhere focus, so everything is equally loud, everything around you, or if you want the hearing aids, they can actually pinpoint sound in front of you. So if you're at a noisy restaurant, there's something called front focus. If you're at a noisy restaurant, you're just trying to hear the conversation that you're having with the person across from you, instead of becoming so discouraged and so disgruntled and kind of checking out, which we've all seen people we love do, or maybe have experienced it ourselves. These hearing aids help you to check in, to be able to hear a little bit more clearly. Adam, I think it's a very, very exciting day for a lot of us. You know, part of it, probably one of the biggest hurdles is the gut check of going, okay, this is something I need to do. I'm sure most people don't want to do it. You know, don't think, oh gosh, I want to buy a hearing aid today. It's probably not what you woke up this morning thinking, this is what I want to do. But you may very well have woke up and thought, I want to hear better. Yeah. I want things to be more clear. And one of the things you said as well with the 90-day return policy instead of the 30-day, it's huge. I mean, think about this. I don't have hearing impairment, but I do wear glasses. And anytime I get a new pair of glasses, it takes me a little while. It doesn't take you a little while to get used to them. Same thing with hearing aids. And we know that. And we want you to love these. We want them to be perfect for you or for you to send them back. So when you get them home, you have 90 days to wear them, to try them in different settings, to try different adjustments at them to make sure they're perfect for you.
And that is the icing on the cake, and it really takes away any of the worry, the concern, because you have the opportunity to try them, knowing that if it's not working for you or right for you, you send it back and get your money back. I can't stress that enough. And you'll hear me say 90 days a lot, essentially 3 months, because that's not typical. We offer 30 days on everything. This, they've gone 90. That's how confident they are, but also how consumer focused they are, because they want you to be happy. And rightly so, right? At this price, we want you to be happy. We talk about them being small. Let me show you how small they are. I'm holding one in my hand. The quality of the materials used is fantastic, as you would imagine from a Bose product, right? But here is a quarter, and you can see it is essentially the same size as the quarter. It's tiny. It's tiny. The part that's going in your ear is soft and malleable and moldable. You actually get several different options. I just picked up a couple, but there's several different sizes because everybody has a different sized ear canal. We're all built a little bit differently. So with all the different tips that you get, you can see and select the one that is most comfortable for you, to the point where you don't even know you're wearing it, and that's the idea. You don't even see it, certainly because it's so discreet, it's so hidden, it's so well designed. And there's the selection of tips, again, to accommodate all of us, our different size ear canals. So we're 20 minutes in. We have 39 minutes before the offer ends, before the today's special is over. If you have watched the presentation last night, lunchtime, this afternoon, this is the moment to order yours. I can offer it until midnight, and then our today's special is done. So again, I'll give you more of a warning as we get closer to it. As long as you've checked out by midnight, then we are fine. You're guaranteed to order yours and get yours at the special price. Again, reiterating, not only is it the special price and the special flex pay and the free shipping, it's also the 90-day return policy if you are ordering it during the today's special. So a lot of reasons to say yes. This is the case that you can see on the screen. This is the box it comes in. You saw the tips. You get the batteries that you need and then some to last you a long time. I want to really highlight Bose have created a beautiful quality, gorgeous quality instruction manual with wonderful support all the way through, easy and simple. It lays it out fantastically. So if you're great with technology, if you're not great with technology, you will understand this. And Aaron, you talk about this, and it's important to emphasize, you're in control. So many times, and we heard from customers and all the research when you and I were a part of that meeting with the Bose developers, they talked about how when people have hearing aids, there's often a need to adjust them, to fine-tune them, how needs change from one month to the next. With this, I can make those changes myself without ever having to go to a doctor's office, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, I'm going to read something to you in regards to that. It's one of my you see that I have, any of you who watch my presentation know I don't ever have notes. Frankly, I don't need notes. However, this product does so much, and there's so many specific things. I literally have notes out here, and this is one of the things I want to read to you from some of the clinical testing that they did. Listen to this, just one sentence, two sentences. Clinically proven self-tuning. This is what Adam was just talking about, because you know this. You can imagine the situation. You have newer hearing aids in. It's a weekend. They're not working quite right. What do you do, right? In the past, you couldn't get an appointment. You were going to be disappointed. You're going to have to go through the whole weekend, maybe a week before you can get an appointment. Clinically proven self-tuning. Listen to this. In a clinical study, people with mild to moderate hearing impairment generally experienced similar hearing benefit and were more satisfied. Read that again. And were more satisfied when using the Bose self-fitting technology compared with professional fitting of the same device. I just think that, again, that's from a clinical study, and it just speaks volumes. Speaking of speaking, actually, let's talk about hearing instead. I think hearing is believing. We put together a simulation for you so you can hear how the hearing aids change sound. Pay special attention to the waitress's voice, to the sound of the television, and the sound of the birds. These are things that we sort of highlight in this video. It lasts just about a minute. We'll see you on the other side.
Hi, I'm Danielle. Let me tell you about our specials. So tonight, we've got some great new craft beers on tap. There's a pale ale from one of our local brewers. It's very crisp and citrusy, if that's what you're into. And tonight's soup is butternut squash, and that comes with a wood-grilled crostini with eggplant on the side. It's very popular. Also on the menu tonight are spicy chicken wings with a blue cheese sauce, and these will both pair nicely with that pale ale I mentioned. So what can I get for you?
At the end of their long journey, our colony of penguin chicks have reached the ocean. They peer over the edge, waiting for the right moment, anticipating the dangers that await. Until finally, one of them jumps, which inspires the others to follow, a clumsy cascade of juvenile penguins falling into the sea.
Hey, honey, do you hear that? It sounds like a pair of cardinals.
Where are they? I hear them, but I don't see them.
Oh, I think they're coming from up there.
While no hearing aid can restore normal hearing, they certainly can help you hear better the sounds that are around you. And that's really what our story is about today. You heard for yourself the way that these not only increased the volume, but clarified the sound. So for example, in that first scenario in the restaurant, when the hearing aids were turned on, it's not that everything in the restaurant just becomes louder. It's that the voice becomes clearer. That's thanks to things like front focus and treble and bass control, which we'll explore a little bit more in the app in a few minutes. As I talk through these things, some of these things, like you can adjust the bass, you can adjust the treble, you set these up yourselves. If you're at any moment thinking, well, what if I have a problem? What if I don't know how to do it? I'm here to tell you, don't worry about it. They're very, very simple to set up. They take 30 minutes or less, probably significantly less. Took me significantly less time to set that up. And more than that, you have Bose complimentary services that come along with your hearing aids. So at the end of your little setup session that you do on the app, there will be a question that says, do you want to set up a virtual visit with a Bose Hear Product expert? So once you have finished your setup, or even if you got lost in your setup or had a problem or a question or whatever, you have the opportunity right then and there to schedule an appointment, a virtual appointment with the Bose Hear Product expert, and they'll be able to help you and guide you through any questions you might have. Also, there's a customer service phone number. So it's not like you get these and you're just left on your own. There's all kinds of great support, in-person, virtual support, the customer phone number, as you see there. Bose is there to help you and make sure this is a great experience for you. And I will tell you, right out of the box, I think that the vast majority of you will find if you have mild to moderate hearing impairment, if you're an adult with mild to moderate perceived hearing impairment, I think you'll find some help just right away, just putting them in your ears. As you experiment a little bit with the app and experiment with sounds, with turning up the treble, turning up the bass, balancing maybe the right ear and the left ear, again, depending on your hearing needs, that's where the magic, I think, will really happen for so many of you as you have them for a little bit and start seeing just how good it can get. So Adam, I'm excited. After you take a few minutes to sort of update everyone on where we are in the day, I'll start to get into how the app works, how easy it is to use, and how you can do all of these things yourself very, very simply.
It's very exciting. I mean, it's exciting to have a product from a company that we already trust and recognize as really leaders in the world of sound. It makes sense, it's logical that this team of experts and engineers would say, listen, let's take our knowledge of sound and develop a hearing aid. And that's what Bose have done. Bose have created something that's getting worldwide attention. That's what this product is. It's a brand new breakthrough. They have created a hearing aid that doesn't cost $3,000. Some hearing aids can cost thousands of dollars. They've created a hearing aid that on a normal day costs around $850. They've created a hearing aid that is user-friendly, comfortable, lightweight, easy on the ear, literally, but also can have an extraordinary effect in terms of everyday life because you can hear more, hear better, hear more of what's going on around you and hear it more clearly. Aaron and I can talk all night long. I've got all the notes like Aaron has. I don't always have notes either, but I have a list here of all these important things you need to know about this world-class product that's been launched. Aaron and I were in this studio. Well, I was in the studio 6 months ago. Aaron was at home in his home studio when we launched this, and the media attention it's gotten is crazy because you can only buy it from a couple places. You buy it from HSN, our sister channel QVC, or Bose. If you buy it from us today, we've got the lowest price, and we've got the flex pay, and we've got VIP financing, and we've got free shipping, and we've got a 90-day return policy. So let me backtrack. For all the talking we're doing, and we'll talk about it for the rest of the hour, but the only way to know is if you experience it. So I ask you, if you've noticed that there's a decline, that hearing mild to moderate is not as good as it once was, or maybe very simply, you need a hearing aid, but you don't know what to buy, you've not wanted to go and spend potentially thousands of dollars. I want you to try this to see if this can work for you. I'm pretty darn confident it will. Again, I was lucky enough to be on the phone call with all these amazing people from Bose, where they were explaining and moving through all the technology behind it and all the emphasis on how they have innovated this FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device, because it's big, it's a significant moment in their company history, and we want to shout it out to the world. If you struggle with mild to moderate hearing loss, you got to try this. You have to. And HSN is going to give you essentially 3 months, 30, 60, 90 days. We're going to put it in. We're going to live with it for a month, 2, 3. If we don't love it, we send it back and we get our money back. So what have we lost? Nothing. We've lost nothing. What have we gained? Potentially everything. Because obviously, as we say, life-changing, and that gets bandied around too much, but this product is life-changing. I had a Bissell vacuum on earlier that was very good, maybe not life-changing. This is life-changing. We're nearly at halfway through the hour, and I can only give you till midnight. So I want to be clear about that. Aaron launched it, and we're closing it. So we have another 30 minutes. As long as you've placed your order by midnight East Coast time, we're guaranteeing obviously that price, that value, that flex, that 90-day return. But you got to do it before midnight. You can do it now and then sit back and watch the rest of the presentation, because there's a lot we've not got to, but I can't guarantee you, we'll have it available, but I can't guarantee you the pricing. And if you're going to buy it, I'd rather you got it for the lower price. Every dollar is a dollar saved. Why spend more when you can spend less? Last thing I'll say is this: as you contemplate it, and this is for every new viewer, there's many of you who I know have been watching HSN for 45 years, and we thank you for that. You're the reason we're here. The pricing on the screen, you see a couple things. You see the regular, you see the today's special, and then you see a bar down there in red. It says 5 FlexPay. Our sister channel call it Easy Pay. We call it FlexPay, but it's the best way to pay. What it means is HSN as a company is breaking up the cost, if you want, to 5 payments of $159.80. We hold the balance. You get the product immediately, but you're allowed to spread the cost over 5 months. Does it cost you more to do Flex? Not at all. Is there a penalty to do Flex? Not at all. We just make it easier to afford. And on a product like this, I'm really proud of it. You know, we offer FlexPay on $20 items, but when it's an item that's significant, it's important that we're allowed and able to spread the cost over time. So with that being said, I encourage you to give this a go. Aaron, where shall we go next? You used a wonderful word earlier. You said, as we explore more about this. And that is the word. It's something to discover, it's something to explore. It's a technology that you need to explore so you understand the difference and the impact it can have on your life and also on the lives of the people around you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even if you don't have mild to moderate hearing loss, you certainly know someone who does. And you've seen the look on your parents' faces or your grandparents' faces or your godmother or whomever. You've seen the look on their faces of concern, of feeling left out because they can't really hear what's going on. This is a device that we hope can really help on that level. So what's next is to talk a little bit about not just the hearing aids, but how the hearing aids work with the Bose Hear app. The Bose Hear app is what you'll download to your smartphone. And it's a way that you'll basically set up the hearing aid and go from there. So to that end, we have a video, and we're going to show you this video twice in a row. I'm going to talk about it for a few minutes. I'm going to talk about world volume and treble and bass. With the Bose Hear app, you can personalize your settings in about 30 minutes. It's obviously a big shift from what's needed for conventional hearing aids. It's very simple. There are hundreds of options for fine-tuning your sound. What you see right now is we've even taken the hearing aid out to show you can increase and decrease the world volume with the slider bar that we're on right now, or you can just leave your phone in your pocket and just touch the top of the hearing aid. There's a button where you can control that as well. Not only the world volume, but also the treble and bass settings to adjust the tone of what you're hearing so that voices and sounds are more natural. For example, you can turn up the treble to make sounds brighter and crisper, or you can use the bass settings to make sounds richer and deeper. Again, going back to world volume, and you see us adjusting, the world volume is basically just the overall volume. You saw us adjusting that on the phone, and now on the hearing aid itself, there's an up and down volume button. This is really key, what I'm about to say. As world volume is increased, Quiet sounds are amplified more than loud sounds. So now you can hear what's around you more comfortably. So things like consonants, which help us understand our language better, right? The consonants give us the structure for the vowels. Things like children's voices, which are difficult to hear because they're softer. Those are louder than the ambient noise, for example, around you will be. So that's world volume control, and that's also treble and bass, and they make a heck of a difference. Those are coupled with another area, which is called focus control. And focus control focuses how the hearing aids are listening, whether they're listening equally to everything around you and then amplifying that in your ear, or whether they're specifically amplifying what's directly in front of you. Because there are many situations, for example, when you're in a crowded, noisy environment and you're trying to have a conversation with the person across the dinner table from you, then you would want to control that front focus. So we'll take a look. We have that video now too. We'll take a look and I'll talk through that for you guys just a little bit. In the everywhere setting, the microphones are not just focused on the sounds in front of you, but they're focused all around you. So when you think about where you would use the everywhere setting, you would use it taking a walk, working around the house, a day at the park, those sorts of things. In the front mode, the microphones in the hearing aid focus on the sounds in front of you. This setting can help you hear better during a group conversation, for example, at a restaurant, at a party, at a reception, those sorts of things. And you just saw, we just went from everywhere setting to front setting. It's literally just one little touch. You can even create your own custom preset. So you can save your settings for activities and places using a modes feature. For example, if you go to a favorite restaurant all the time, maybe there's certain settings you like there. If you go to dinner at home, there's different settings. Or watching a movie, there might be different settings. You can customize all of that. That's one of the keys here, is that you can customize everything that you do on this. Now, something else that's important is that you can balance or adjust the sound of both the right ear and the left ear. We're going to show you right here. Watch how we just take our finger and we move it over. See, we move it over that little semicircle to either increase the sound in the right or the left. They're balanced sound unless you decide you need it louder in the right ear, for example, or louder in the left ear. Not only can you control the sound, you can actually mute the left ear or the right ear. And finally, if you want, I don't think most people will probably do this, but you may very well, everyone has their own individual needs. You can wear just the right hearing aid or just the left hearing aid. We've had the question, do you have to wear them both in order for them to work? And the answer to that is no. You can wear just the right or just the left. Of course, most people will wear them together. We also get the question, do I always have to use my phone? No. You use the phone to set it up and to adjust your settings, but you certainly don't have to have your phone in order for your hearing aids to work, or in order for you to be able to hear through your hearing aids. And in fact, even to turn up the volume, the world volume up and down, you can use your phone, but there's also a little on the top of the hearing aid. There's a little button. You won't be able to see it from my camera. I'm simply not close enough, but I'll still just kind of suggest to you where it is. There's a little button right here, and that turns the volume up and down. Yeah, Adam can show you there. Very simply, just reach up to the top of your ear, Adam, and that's an easy way to adjust the world volume on your hearing aids.
Well done. And again, if you could feel this, unless I'm looking down knowing that I'm holding it, I can't even tell that I'm holding it because it weighs virtually nothing. It's so feather light. But again, what people are saying is extraordinary and unrivaled comfort because of the way they've designed it. Again, you get several different ear tips, and you can select the ones that are right for you, because everybody has different sized ear canals, right? So what might be right for one isn't right for all. With them, with Bose, they're making sure that you are happy, because you are most important when it comes to trying this product and experiencing this product. That's the key word, experience. It's about experiencing this product. Well, with that being said, we are now down to the final 20 minutes. And folks, it's time to head over. We started at midnight, and it is now time to close this up. You've got to order before midnight to guarantee today's special price. I hope you've seen and heard all the things that Aaron's been sharing. There's a lot of information, and we'll try and revisit as much as we possibly can in our final minutes together. But now is the time to place that order. I certainly don't want you to leave it till, 5 minutes to midnight. I don't want that stress for you or race to get it. I want you to be comfortable and confident, cool, calm, and collected, and excited that you've got in at the best value of the year. And let me just express what that means. Today's special is the best value of the year. Aaron will present these again, as will I, but it won't be as good a deal as this. So in any day, on any day in 2022, if you were ever going to do it, you would do it today, because today I can offer it to you for the biggest value, for the least expense. You know, we talked to somebody earlier who described it as priceless, and I thought that was interesting, because if you can hear better, I think we would describe that as priceless. If we can take away the pain points and the barriers and the issues that you might have thought about or experienced with other hearing aids, down from cost, thousands potentially of dollars, to doctor's visits, to another visit, to a fitting visit, to fine tuning, then tuning it again a few weeks later. If we can eliminate all of those pain points, that's got to be worth a try. That was Bose's concept. That was their idea. That was their thought. If we can eliminate those barriers for every American, then it's got to be worth a go to develop a technology that can help millions of us. Emotional, frustrating for you, for people around. I want to just quickly ask before I say it. Producer Allison, do you mind me sharing what you said earlier? So Allison was talking to me earlier about her dad, who was struggling with hearing loss. He'd been in he was a helicopter pilot in the Army. Thank you, Allison. And obviously, as you would imagine, that came with some amount of hearing loss. And it was bringing him down. And also family members, Allison said, you know, she used to feel frustrated at him and for him because he wasn't able to partake in the goings-ons, right? The conversations. Well, he got a specialty sound bar for his television, similar to the Roku that we had earlier. And he got a hearing aid, and it changed everything for him and his family, for his daughter Allison, who is our producer tonight. I'm only telling you what I know you already know at home if you are struggling with mild to moderate hearing loss. So I would encourage you, for you, for your loved one, for your husband, for your wife, for somebody that you care about, I would encourage you to get this. Breakthrough technology, best value of the year, a 90-day return policy, nearly essentially 3 months to give this a go. Everything is stacked in your favor. You never know unless you try. What have you got to lose? Literally nothing. Because if you don't love it, you can send it back. And 3 months is, we're in March now, so let's say you get it in a few days. You know, let's say it's, I don't know, you know, you've got virtually all of April, of May, into June, maybe to the end of June, depending on when it arrives for you. That's a long time to decide whether this is right. Okay, look, there's obviously a lot to discover. Let's get back into it and explore it again. I'm gonna keep you in check with time. We have now 18 minutes before the today's special expires. So start to think about placing your order. You can call us on the toll-free number. You can go to hsn.com. You can download the HSN app on your phone or your tablet, whichever is easiest for you. But make sure you place it before midnight, because that's when a new today's special will begin. Aaron, where to next?
I think we should take a listen again. I think that is listening is believing, frankly. Hearing is believing. So what we've done is we've prepared a simulation for you, the difference between hearing the world with hearing impairment without the hearing aids, and then with the hearing aids. We turn them on and off throughout the simulation. Pay special attention to the waitress's voice, how it changes. Pay special attention to how the sound, watching television changes. Special attention to when they take a walk at the end, the difference that you hear in the bird song. You'll hear it just fine. We will take a listen now, and we'll see you at the other end of this.
Hi, I'm Danielle. Let me tell you about our specials. So tonight, we've got some great new craft beers on tap. There's a pale ale from one of our local brewers. It's very crisp, citrusy, if that's what you're into. And tonight's soup is butternut squash, and that comes with a wood-grilled crostini with eggplant on the side. It's very popular. Also on the menu tonight are spicy chicken wings with a blue cheese sauce, and these would both pair nicely with that pale ale I mentioned. So what can I get for you?
At the end of their long journey, our colony of penguin chicks have reached the ocean. They peer over the edge, waiting for the right moment, anticipating the dangers that await. Until finally, one of them jumps, which inspires the others to follow, a clumsy cascade of juvenile penguins falling into the sea.
Hey, honey, do you hear that? It sounds like a pair of cardinals.
Where are they? I hear them, but I don't see them.
Oh, I think they're coming from up there.
So you can hear the difference, you know, and as good as it is hearing it the way you just heard it over your television or on your computer or on your, however you're streaming, however you're watching us right now, I'll tell you, if you go to hsn.com, you go to the feature page for this product on hsn.com, you can actually watch that video again. And you can, if you have earbuds or if you have headphones, you should watch it with those. And I'm telling you, the difference is really extraordinary. Speakers that are on your computer or on your television aren't necessarily going to be the best way to experience that. So if you go to the Learn More video on our homepage or on, on the product page, you'll be able to check this out. Now, if you're asking yourself, are these for me? Or if you're asking yourself, who are these? For whom are these developed? We're going to show you right now. These may help you, this product may help you hear better if you strain to follow conversations when others don't, especially in noisy places. That's something you hear us referring to over and over again because it's something we hear all the time. And I'll tell you, me personally, this is where I can already begin to understand. I definitely have more trouble understanding a conversation across the table from me in a restaurant now than I did 10 years ago. There's no question about it. Do you have trouble understanding the television or understanding movies? You ask the person next to you, what did they say? Do you turn the captions on all the time? This product might help you there as well. Certainly if you know you have, or you perceive that you have mild to moderate hearing impairment, this is a product that's designed for you. Adam, it's designed to help you. And what's exciting today is for the first time is a Today Special.
Yep.
We're bringing the first FDA-cleared direct-to-consumer. That direct-to-consumer part is huge. Yes. Direct-to-consumer hearing aid to you guys, to adults with a mild to moderate hearing impairment. And that means you don't need a prescription, you don't need a doctor's visit, you don't need an appointment, and you don't need to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to see a real improvement.
Aaron, just because our time is more valuable with you, honestly, in these final 14 minutes, I want everybody watching to gain as much information as possible. I do want to quickly let you know, we've seen a huge increase in the number of people ordering. So now I don't know if it's going to sell out before midnight or if it's going to expire. So there's two things now working against us. Our time is running out. The Today Special is ending. We have my clock says 13 minutes and 44 seconds left. You have to order in the next 13 and a half minutes to guarantee the pricing of the Today Special. But at this rate, based on how many people are ordering, we may even be sold out before we get there. So please bear that in mind. I've taken for granted that we've had enough available. It now does not look that way with a number of people ordering. I get it, at this price, people watch all day and then want to make a decision at the end. And that's clearly what's happening tonight. If you are ordering, do FlexPay. You've got a 90-day return policy, but definitely, I thought you'd have a little bit more time or the luxury. We're really up against it. If you're on hold, we will get to you any second. So our wonderfully talented team across the country are processing the phone calls. Please bear with us, we will get to you, but we're really busy now. Best price of the year, lowest price, only available in a couple of retailers. That's us, QVC, and Bose. We have it, lowest price, free shipping, flex pay, and a 90-day return policy. But this is the moment to pounce if you're gonna, okay, they're letting me know. Okay, essentially that's it. We've got about 10 minutes left before either it's sold out or the Today's Special is over. Aaron, I'm excited, as I know you and the team are. There's so much effort that's gone into this, so much work that's gone into this. It's a great product and it needs to be felt and experienced by anybody out there that is curious as to what it can do for them.
I'm so excited for the people that are ordering this today, for you guys to get it home and to try it and to hear what you think. We've heard such great response on it already, but we haven't done a Today Special where we've sold, so many like we have today. So I really think we're changing lives today, and I'm very excited to hear from you. Let me tell you a couple more things about what you're getting. Let's talk about ear tips for just a minute. So you get 6 ear tips with the hearing aid. You get 3 open hole ear tips and 3 closed hole. And we have a bit of a still, I think, that we can show you that make this really clear to you. So the open, perfect. The open tips are along the top. The ones in the middle are the medium size. That's what comes on your hearing aid already placed on it. Now you can remove that and put any of the other tips on it. The open tips, which have holes around the center of the ear tip, allow more external sound into your ears. This is key, which can help voices sound more natural. Makes sense, right? If you're clogging less of your ear, sort of like put your fingers in your ear, your own voice doesn't sound quite as natural. So the more air that's allowed in, the more natural your own voice will sound. That said, the closed tips are designed to provide more sound from the hearing aid when you need a higher world volume or when you prefer more bass. So under either of those circumstances, if you need more volume or you want more bass, then you'll prefer the closed tip hearing aid. By the way, the hearing aids are powered by 312 Zinc air replaceable batteries. They're designed for all day use. Each set of batteries allows up to 56 hours of runtime with typical usage. I love the shot that we're taking right now. We're gonna stay on that for a minute because this leads me into how to wear these hearing aids. And just before we take a look at our model Jan, I wanna point out there's a red side and a blue side. There is a distinct left and right. The hearing aid for your left ear has the blue speaker, while the hearing aid for your right ear, red for right, has the red speaker. To put it on, and we'll take a look at our model Jan now, actually putting these on. To put it on, you need to place the body of the hearing aid behind your upper ear. Then you just wrap the attached cable over the top of your ear so the speaker reaches your ear canal. And finally, bend the cable near the speaker to insert the speaker into your ear until it feels secure. That's it. That's the fitting process. Now, one thing, this will not apply to the vast majority of you, but it may apply to some of you. This cable that comes on the, that goes from the body of the hearing aid to the speaker, it's gonna be the appropriate size for most people. I put these on, it was the exact right size for me. However, we're all built a little differently. If the cable is too long or not long enough for you, go into the Bose Hear app and you can order a smaller cable or a larger cable, and it's complimentary. It's free, it doesn't cost anything. If you need one, you simply let us know. The vast majority of people do not need one. This sort of medium size is what fits the vast majority of us. But again, we want this to fit you perfectly. We want you to have a fantastic experience. That's why the engineers and the sound designers at Bose and the scientists put all of their time and energy into making the device and into making the app where you can tune the device yourself, because they want you to have a great experience. So if you need a longer cable or a shorter cable, you just go into the Bose Hear app and you can request it there. And again, Adam, we'll send it to you at no additional charge. It's included.
We're 8 minutes and 35 seconds before the presentation's over, the final one of the year. The last presentation of the year as a Today's Special is about to end. Soon you'll see our clock for the show, which will be about 4 or 5 minutes, and then we have a quick break before midnight. But we are coming to the end, guys. I want to be clear, this is the last chance to be able to get it. This is the Today's Special value, the Today's Special pricing, the Today's Special opportunity. I think at this stage, when it's a price like this and an investment like this, an investment in your health and wellness and your experience every day, I want to give you the confidence. I take for granted you might have seen this presentation 10 times today, but maybe you're tuning in for the final, 7.5 minutes and you're realizing, well, it's the last presentation, I've got to buy it now. Remember, you will lose nothing. When you buy this, you can buy it on FlexPay for $159.80, and we'll send it right to you for $159.80. You do not need to spend $7.99. No, you can buy this now, get it delivered now for $159.80. We hold the balance. It pays every month evenly. So don't think you have to spend that right now. It's not true. If you get it and you don't love it, you have 90 days, 3 months essentially, to decide. If you try it and you say, it's not for me, I don't like this or I don't like that, or it's not working as well as I want it, you send it back and get your money back. You have to try it to know. If you call next week, you're gonna spend more, and I don't want you to spend more. I am a bargain hound, like I know many of you are. A product like this can be described as priceless, but listen, the money is better in your pocket rather than out of your pocket when you don't need to spend it. Right, my clock says 6 minutes, 47 seconds. That is a small amount of time, but it's also plenty of time to find the phone and call. So again, don't panic, don't rush, but you really have to make your way to order it. We are well over 85% sold out for the day. We're taking final orders right now. Our clock has appeared on the screen. When that elapses, you'll have another couple of minutes before we hit midnight precisely. Let's learn a bit more, but again, as you're listening to Aaron, please reach for the phone to order yours or go to hsn.com because our biggest deal of the year is about to end. Aaron, where should we go next?
I want to read something to you. Adam and I have worked together for 15 years, and you've maybe never heard me say that on air before, right? But it's so specific, and it's so interesting to me. So obviously, there's been a lot of clinical work and studies and reports done in order to make these hearing aids possible. These have clinically proven self-tuning. So if you're thinking, so when I get this home and I set it up myself, am I really able to hear as well as if someone did it for me, as if I went and had someone, do it? Listen to this, clinically proven self-tuning. In a clinical study, people with mild to moderate hearing impairment generally experience similar hearing benefit and were more satisfied, fully satisfied, and were more satisfied when using the Bose self-fitting technology compared with professional fitting of the same device. I just think that speaks volumes. I'll sort of let that sink in. While we do, I want to let you hear the difference one more time. We have a simulation that we've created to show you the difference between hearing with a mild to moderate hearing impairment without the Bose hearing aids helping you, and then hearing with them helping you. Watching the simulation, you'll see it says on the screen when we turn the hearing aids on, and I think you'll certainly hear the difference then as well. We'll take a look and a listen now, and we'll see you on the other side.
Hi, I'm Danielle. Let me tell you about our specials. So tonight, we've got some great new craft beers on tap. There's a pale ale from one of our local brewers. It's very crisp and citrusy, if that's what you're into. And tonight's soup is butternut squash, and that comes with a wood-grilled crostini with eggplant on the side. It's very popular. Also on the menu tonight are spicy chicken wings with a blue cheese sauce, and these would both pair nicely with that pale ale I mentioned. So what can I get for you?
At the end of their long journey, our colony of penguin chicks have reached the ocean. They peer over the edge, waiting for the right moment, anticipating the dangers that await. Until finally, one of them jumps, which inspires the others to follow, a clumsy cascade of juvenile penguins falling into the sea.
Hey, honey, do you hear that? It sounds like a pair of cardinals.
Where are they? I hear them, but I don't see them.
Oh, I think they're coming from up there.
Can't restore normal hearing, but we can help you hear better in the everyday situations that you encounter. Not only that, we can put the power of controlling your hearing aid in your own hands so you don't have to be dependent on anyone else. I'm going to read it to you one more time. Clinically proven self-tuning. In a clinical study, people with mild to moderate hearing impairment generally experienced similar hearing benefit and we're more satisfied. Satisfaction is key with something like this. Yeah. We're more satisfied when using the Bose self-fitting technology compared with professional fitting of the same device. Adam, that speaks volumes to me. We want you to be satisfied. We want you to be surprised and delighted. And I think this is a device that's going to change a lot of lives.
It's a world-class product with world-class results. Folks, my clock is showing now 11:56 East Coast time, which means you have 4 minutes left before the official strike of midnight. Again, plenty of time to order yours, but you only have those 4 minutes before this presentation is ending. The biggest value of the year. I hope we've certainly shown off what this can do for you from a world-class company that is Bose. An innovation for sure, an FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device, the first of its kind, a self-fitting hearing aid that does not cost thousands and thousands of dollars, that doesn't require the doctor's visit, that doesn't require the fine-tunings and going back again and again, that puts the power in your hand to get natural sound that is amplified, that is enjoyable, an experience that you will live day in and day out to make everyday life, talking with your grandchildren, at the restaurant with your husband, every experience better and clearer if you're struggling with mild to moderate hearing loss. We are really excited. So many people have ordered. I now see it says 11:57 here on the East Coast. You have about 3 minutes left to be able to order. Remember, you don't have to spend $7.99. It's $159.80 on FlexPay. That's the best way to go. Aaron, give us a 30-second wrap-up, my friend, on an amazing today's special from an amazing company.
I will do. You're joining a piece of history today. These are the first FDA-cleared direct-to-consumer hearing aid for adults with mild to moderate perceived hearing impairment. If that's you or someone you know, if you have trouble hearing in a crowded room, in a restaurant, at a reception, those sort of things, if you have trouble hearing the television, if you have trouble hearing a movie, these are designed to help people just like you.
Aaron, thank you, sir. Great presentation, lots of information. Be well, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Thanks, Adam.
And thanks to the whole Bose team. We are extremely close to a sellout. If you're on the phone,